can call on me. You 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 can call on me.
Oh yeah, this beat hot.
You can call on me.
All right. What's up, Atlanta? You tuned into the Jojo Big Homie Show. I go by the name of Jojo Alonzo, the baddest Boricua in the game.
I'm your big homie Kodak.
And we got a special guest in the building with us today. A legend.
A legend.
Akon in the building.
That's what's up, man.
What's up, man? You good?
Yeah.
You good? You feeling well?
I'm amazing.
Okay, cool. Let's hop straight into it, Jojo. What are we doing? What we want to start on?
Let's just talk to Akon about just everything he got going on. Well, first off, let's just say, wow. You're amazing. At everything.
Yeah, we got to start giving you flowers. You're definitely an icon. I know it's convict, but you're an icon.
Right.
Okay. you gotta know that. I hope you know that. I hope you know we appreciate
know that.
everything that you've done for the culture.
Mm-hmm. And you're so humble.
Very humble.
No, thank you.
Yeah, and so friendly. I just took him around the whole building.
Yeah.
I mean, he was like, hey, what's up? I'm talking about walking in, what's in here? What's in there? I'm talking about all in.
For
That's
sure.
what's up, though.
For sure.
That's what's up. So, look, our show, like we said, we don't really call it a podcast. I mean, podcast. We got a podcast, too.
Yeah.
But we don't look at this as like a typical interview. We just like to chill
really
and
just be talking,
and vibe.
asking the questions that people want to hear.
Yeah, talk about things that's taking place. And I know you're a man about your money.
About your business.
One thing about it.
I think that's the perception.
Is it?
It's definitely
Okay,
perception.
so what is it really then?
Yeah.
What's the real Akon then?
Yeah, me, I'm not driven by money.
What is it?
Honestly not. I feel like I want to die broke.
Why?
I don't want to die with $1 billion in the bank.
Well, obviously you want to spend it.
No.
I think I
Right?
know what he means. I know what he means because a lot of times in our culture, people think, "Oh, well, you can't take it with you." That's not the goal. I want to do everything that I'm doing for my generation.
Yeah, you want to have an impact.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just believe if that's a very selfish way of thinking. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But the good thing is, one thing I do know and I've learned is that when you on a frequency where your energy is to give out more energy for people to have energy to give more energy out, the blessing just naturally come. It's like It's like God overloads you with blessings because you're gonna spread it through the people.
You know what? I was thinking that the other day. One thing that I do is I take care of my family, care for my family. When I say my family, I don't mean like my child. I have a 5-year-old.
All of them. Like
all
you're
of
the
them.
breadwinner. Yeah.
All of them. And I do it without even thinking.
Yep.
And out of nowhere, it's just I get blessings on blessings on blessings, and it's like sometimes the blessings aren't even financial.
No, exactly.
And sometimes it gets hard because I'm doing it being a single parent, but at the same time, it's like I think that's everybody's calling. Everybody's calling is to help somebody. Just think about it. Jobs, doctors, what are you doing? You're helping someone, right? Media, radio personality, you're helping people by
informing the people.
Yeah, not only informing the people, but making them feel better, being relatable.
Giving them information, you're motivating them, you're educating them, like all that comes with it. And I think sometimes people lose because we're such in a competitive world. So everybody wants to have this aroma of success that surrounds them, but then it depends on what success is to you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And I had that conversation with my daughter. She's only 5.
Oh wow!
But she was telling me. I said, if you had one wish, what would it be? And literally, she said, to be rich.
Right.
And I was like, why? What do you mean
Right.
to be rich? Like, she's like, I want to have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? You don't have to have a lot of money to be rich.
Right.
And I said that because it's like, it's other things that come with, like, it's just other things that come with that, like, not just money.
But again, what is rich?
I don't think rich is just money. I think
No, hell no.
What is rich?
What is rich? That's what I'm saying.
That's the question.
That's the question. Because the thing is, everybody has their definition of what success is.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has their definition of what rich is, right? But at the end of the day, rich is good health, right? You never you have an access is actually more powerful and more to me valuable than money.
All right.
People use money to get access.
Yeah.
Right? Like I know people that's billionaires and they don't spend a dime because they're billionaires.
Yeah. I mean, that's just like how we call it, like being plugged.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
you plug, like I don't gotta.
Access.
Oh, you want to go to the concert? Oh, okay. Oh, you spend $1,000 to get in the concert?
Right.
We walking in.
I prefer
Yeah.
access
Yeah.
over money all
'Cause-
day.
Yeah.
Like, because
Well-
anything you want, if you have access, then you got it.
What we
Right.
did this weekend, I was like, that was worth a few thousand. And
Right.
You walked in for the free ski.
Right.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
access.
We had access.
That access has value that people don't even, they don't even quantify. They don't even count it.
But a lot of people, I hate when people say that. They be like, yeah, money can't buy happiness. Money could buy happiness for a lot of people.
But it depends on what makes you happy. See, thing is, people just right now, people feel like money is the root of all your problems.
the
But
love of
I
money.
can tell you personally, money brings more problems than it brings, comfort.
Yeah. So, can you elaborate on maybe some problems that money has made you feel like it's a problem?
Well, this is the thing. As funny as money may buy you the things that makes you happy, it also buys you the things that brings you, like, okay, prime example. When you're rich, you no longer have time.
Yeah.
Because you making money?
You got to make a choice. You either gonna have time or money. People that got plenty of money ain't got no time, and people that got a whole bunch of time ain't got no money. So with that now, that beautiful 5-year-old that you want to spend time with, out the window. You got to find time to spend time with your daughter. She grows up without the mother that she loves, and you grow up without the daughter that you want to raise on a different level. Like, yeah, you got money, and you can say, well, since I got money, I can hire this person to do that. Or no, you can, because now you become someone that you're responsible for other people.
Right.
You're responsible for other lives.
Yeah.
Other families.
Yeah.
You now belong to the world. You're no longer for yourself anymore.
Yeah.
But how do you find that middle though? Because some people, I came out I went through some shit, my background, so it's like I wouldn't want my daughter, she's not, and she will never go through some of the things that I've had to go through. So I do work hard to be successful and get money so that I can provide for her. So how would I be able to, because I'm still in her life, I'm still a good mom. We do things together, but if I have a certain, I guess, place I'm trying to be in life,
Right.
how do I balance that? Like balance getting to the money, but still have time to be a mother.
Right. So people don't people sometimes overthink things, right? And in life, there's a balance. You got good, you got bad, you got pleasure, you got pain, you got rich, you got poor. Everybody wants the positive side of everything, but nobody embraces the negative. So the only way for that balance to come, you got to be willing to let go of what you're afraid of, or that stability that you think you're chasing, which is the money. You got to be willing to lose money to gain access to
in certain
whatever you
situations?
love. Right. In
Okay.
most situations.
Okay.
So in other words, you got to be willing to lose before you get. And most people ain't, like the same way you got to be willing to get hurt before you experience pleasure. Women will spend their whole life preventing getting hurt. And lose the most important people in their life because they like, I don't want to get hurt. I'm afraid of getting hurt. When being hurt is a part of life, you have to embrace the pain. That's how you even know what what value pleasure even brings you. Like, it's no different from heaven, then there's hell. There's God, there's the devil. There's always going to be an opposite attraction to whatever you do in life. But everybody want to embrace the positive side of it, and no one embrace the part that makes them feel,
Because it hurt.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
But
it's okay. Like
It's okay to hurt.
It's so right. It's
You'll
okay.
get through it.
It's okay
you
to hurt.
want to hurt because it
Okay.
makes you stronger, right?
Yeah.
It makes you really appreciate the pleasure when that pleasure comes.
Yeah.
Like, even the wait. Everyone wants everything today.
Facts. That's social
Nothing
media
in
though.
life happens immediately.
Yeah, social media
Nothing.
does have people.
Right.
It I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes it has me thinking like, am I behind time?
Right.
Am I?
But nobody's gonna put the failures and the shit that they had to go through
Right.
on social media. You're gonna put the wins, but
Thank
it's
you.
rare that
See?
people are gonna put their losses on social
Nobody
media.
embraces both sides. And you believe, and even when you look at people that you look up to, when they become vulnerable is when you love them the most. Because they're embracing the part that you're afraid to embrace. So you look at them as being brave.
That's why people love Drake, man. Like, damn, he be getting curved too. People be breaking Drake heart. That's why you love
Right.
Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's human.
Yeah.
For
For sure. So,
Right.
are you okay?
Jojo's like, that's a lot.
It's a lot to
But
take
it's true
in.
because
Nobody want to get hurt.
Women will run from pain all day.
I'm telling you.
But
'cause
that pain is your pleasure, believe it or not, because women love that. Like, think about it. They always with the dude that continues to break them down constantly over and over.
Why
Don't
are they
look at
like
me,
that?
Kodak. Don't look at me.
I'm not. I'm looking peripheral.
Hold on.
Why are they like that? Why are women like that? Why do women love the guy that does them the dirtiest?
Because women's pain is their pleasure.
You think so?
Yes. This is why God chose y'all to have babies and not men.
You know that's right. Because men can't.
Cut it off.
Because to be honest, no,
We
because
would
there
never
are,
be able to do it.
yeah, and there are things that women deal with in relationships that men, I feel like, won't
It's
be able
impossible.
to.
It's
won't be able to
impossible.
deal with.
We can't cope with 90% of the things that women cope with.
Wait, hold on, Akon. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not gonna let this fly. Y'all be dealing with crazy shit because you want to deal with crazy shit. We just know better not to deal with it.
No, it's not that. They deal with crazy shit because they're more equipped to deal with it.
Preach.
No, but because mentally, women are way stronger than men.
Oh,
No, but it's true. Now, physically, there's no competition. We know that.
Right.
But God,
what makes
us.
what makes women mentally stronger than men though?
That's God's choice. He chose to do that.
Just think about all the things
It
that women
wasn't something that
endure.
we chose to do. Yeah.
There's
Like
a lot of
what do y'all
things.
endure?
A lot.
Everything.
Like, what are you talking about?
I'm telling you, when women endure more than you think, bro. Like
Just think about
the
it.
reason why they deal with so much is because they can handle it. We can't.
Right.
So you said is getting cheated on one of the things you think you deal with?
Me?
No, listen. Okay, there's 15 women for every one man on this earth.
Facts.
For nature reasons. This ain't something that we chose. This is something God chose when he created us. Because as men, we're natural breeders and we're on this earth to populate.
For sure.
Now, women, on the other hand, there's two sides. From a physical standpoint, it's in our nature for men to fuck. Bottom line.
Multiple women
Yes.
while being in a relationship?
100%.
It's natural. God made it like this.
Just so you understand, Jojo, relationships aren't natural. It ain't for nature. And
Okay.
how you know
That makes
is look
sense.
at all the other species on Earth. The human species ain't no different from any other species on Earth. We just came with rules that don't apply with nature. Like as we
Social
came up with these rules, no one put nature into account.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go into the village or you go into let's say the jungle and you see lions, right? You're gonna see a pack of female lions and you're gonna see a male lion.
Yeah.
He's always there with multiple female lions.
Facts.
He knows his role. His role is protect this territory and don't let nothing penetrate it.
Yeah.
And guess what? The women lions or whatever, they know their roles. They go out and hunt, bring the food back for the male and the children.
I see where you're going.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, do you think when that male lion goes off and mates with another lion, when he get back, those female lions is gonna attack him? Oh, you want to fuck the other lions? You started laughing. You see how funny that sounded?
Yeah.
It sounds funny because it's like, why are we doing that as humans? But that's just nature. But we created all these rules that makes a man impossible to be the right man for anybody because it's not natural for them to even be able to, like, they can't, it's impossible for them to deliver on these rules. But we understand women well enough to know that they're emotional. We have to tell them what they want to hear for the moment just to keep them balanced. But then it comes back to haunt us because instead of just being brutally honest, and because women can really take the truth, believe it or not. If you meet a woman for the first time and say, okay, and she asks you, do you got a girl?
You better tell me the truth.
Just tell her the truth. She ain't gonna like you no less.
Right.
At least now she can prepare her mind to know that, okay, if I deal with him, I already know that he got a girl.
Yeah.
But if you tell her that you ain't got a girl, she's gonna believe, okay, cool, this is an opportunity for us to be what we want this to be.
Yeah.
So she's gonna gather her thoughts and mind and create a whole life around the lies you told her. Now imagine one day after 5-6 years, she realizes she built her whole life around a fucking lie.
She gonna really probably try to kill you.
Thank
snap.
you. So women ain't snapping for no reason. Niggas is lying to them.
Yes.
Instead of just being honest.
And I say that the main thing is not that the men be out here fucking off. I get it. I know what you're gonna do.
Right.
But you lying about it in my face when I'm asking you. Don't look me in my face like this and be like, no, I didn't do that. No, I don't know her. I never seen her before. Not ever in my life.
Right.
You are talking to this woman. You just fucked her last night.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
Hold on. So you say you asked him a question and he say he never seen this woman before.
Never seen her.
Listen, the first instinct he's gonna lie because he don't want to disappoint her. Like men will lie to protect your heart.
No.
What?
No, but
What's
it's
more
true.
important
They
though?
will. They will lie to protect your feelings, right? Even though they think they're doing the right thing at the time, it's actually horrible because it defeats the trust. And when there's no trust, there's no relationship.
But really, is there even supposed to be a relationship?
Relationships are not natural. They're not.
That's what I was about to
They're
ask. So you
not.
think monogamy is not natural?
It's not. Because, bro, there's not. Oh, think about it. And this is nature. And some things are just
Nature.
basic. Some things are just basic common sense, and there's a lot of things that women just don't want to accept.
Mm.
There's no coincidence that every woman in the universe that's heterosexual, that they have a problem with their significant other, that 99.9% chance is based, and the problem is another woman.
Yeah, that's
Right.
pretty much what it is.
Exactly. So that tells you alone that this is not a coincidence. Every man in the world goes through this.
No, I literally said this.
To say that a man can be with one woman for the rest of his life is just not realistic.
Oh my God, I literally just said this yesterday.
Are you open to that?
You don't have a choice.
so-
It's nature.
Yeah,
It's nature.
No,
But the thing
seriously.
is, we have to just be honest as humans to understand that this is going to happen. The question is, how do you treat her? Do you treat her like a woman? Do you respect her? You know what I'm saying? Do you value her wishes and support her dreams or whatever the case? Just treat her the way she needs to be treated.
Yeah.
Well, what about this though? What if, say a woman is, you say, okay, it's natural for a man to go out and fuck multiple women. Like,
Right.
it's natural,
It's a
right?
natural thing.
So what's natural for women to do?
That's not natural for women. Women aren't built that way. Women don't just wake up
Good
and say,
question,
I'm
though.
going to fuck this guy.
I don't know.
No, they don't.
It's not
They
natural,
just don't.
JoJo. Stop.
It's not natural.
Stop it,
but
JoJo.
what happens though? Women are driven. Like, woman has to be driven to that. When a woman
Right.
loves a man, she's
She's
with
not gonna
that
go
man.
nowhere.
She ain't going nowhere
Until you fuck up.
until you fuck up or you drive her to that.
Yep.
A woman
Yeah.
that goes to the point where she just sleep with a whole bunch of guys, they're damaged at that point.
Right.
And it's the male's fault. It's our fault.
You
that
said the
she's-
OnlyFans girls is out here fucked up.
Oh no! I mean, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
They don't have the proper male guidance in their life for either their father figure wasn't the one that put them in a position to understand their roles in life,
Damn.
or they've had the opportunity to be with a man and he drove her to that. But women naturally are grown. They grow up as angels. Like, they are very loyal. They stick to one person that they love, and they build their whole life around protecting, loving that person until you drop them different.
So being in a relationship, that shouldn't be something that should be going on. Like, people shouldn't be in relationships because
Let me put it this way. It's nothing wrong with a relationship if the communication is clear and the understanding is okay. Both, like, it's more on the women's side though. The women have to understand that this is a man, and these are things that come with a man.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is most women are driven and they grow up to this fairy tale, wife, kids, dog, picket fence lifestyle. Like, it's almost like every child in America growing up to believe that Santa Claus is real, when you know that he's not real.
Right.
But for a child, it's fun to have that fantasy because every year you got something to celebrate. You go under your chimney and then there's a tree and then there's presents and all that. That's just the fun part of the app's life. But in actuality, we know it's all made up fairy tale.
right.
That's the same mentality in a relationship. We have this sense that, okay, everything is going to be perfect. He's going to love me forever. We're going to live happily ever after, and I'll be the only one in his life.
Well, see,
It's not true.
I've literally just now, maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I've came to understand that that's literally how it's gonna be. There's no such thing as a faithful man. There's no such thing as a faithful woman.
Right.
And because that's what men are gonna do. Like, they're gonna do that. But I think the problem is us women, we're very protective and we're very stingy. We don't want to share our
But
men.
that's natural because that's the motherly instinct in you.
Right, so how
We
is
just
a
have-
woman supposed to not feel this way?
You're trying to
Because
unlearn that, basically.
because if
Basically,
I'm
yeah.
in love with this man and I know that he's a good man, the only thing he doing is out here fucking, what am I supposed to do about my feelings?
You
Because
can't- the key is not to base your relationship around sex. That's the problem. The mistake everybody make is they base their whole relationship around sex
men care so much about it.
because that's their nature to do
But
it.
it makes you just be like,
But
Ugh.
it is what it is. It's like but you can't base the sex around the relate. Like, I've seen women that's been with guys, or a guy specifically, that gave her everything she wanted, made sure she ever wanted for anything. She felt super special when she was with him every time. He's the only man that she thinks about before she goes to bed, and the first guy that she thinks about when she wakes up. He's perfect. The only difference is he got other women. And she left the guy because he screwed another girl. And till this day, she can't find another guy like him. And now looking for every guy that she's out there dating to match his same quality outside the fact that he's going to mess with another woman. So now she's out there searching for something that she will never be able to find when she had the perfect man already.
That's what the vision said. You gonna let one little fuck mess all this up.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
I mean, NLE Chopper also said that, look,
NLE Chopper's
man.
19. She shouldn't have been trying to get that.
No, before that, he had an interview with us.
Oh,
He
yeah,
said the
yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. He said that he based his life, his sexual life, based off of how it is in nature.
Right.
And he said the same thing. Like lions, if you look at nature, you look at animals and stuff, men,
They don't have these problems.
yeah,
No, you just
they
gotta-
just be fucking.
Other species
I mean, shit,
don't
but
have
there's
but
some
you gotta
species-
pick the right animal to base
I
your
was
shit
about
off
to say, 'cause
of.
they
'Cause
got some
spiders,
species-
spiders
I
be
mean,
killing.
the
Spiders
girl,
be killing
the
niggas.
women, she has sex
Spiders,
with you,
yeah, she smashed
and
you.
she off with
and the
you.
praying mantis, you getting fucked, she gonna rip your head off.
she gonna rip your head off.
All right,
Like, serious.
out of here.
The beautiful part about the human species is that we have brains. We invent stuff. We create. We created civilization.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Like before that, we were what?
caveman. Yeah,
Right.
Ooga ooga.
And we ain't. I promise you, they ain't have no. I promise you, they ain't have no domestic issues.
Okay.
They just amongst each other. They just doing what that was.
Just musty as
But
hell.
what happened was,
It's musty as hell out here fucking. That shit probably smelled disgusting.
but the problem is, once we got more civil and civilized, and religion came on board and created these commandments and rules, we always remix things. Because even in the Bible, it tells you can have more than one wife. Most of the prophets, Solomon down, had hundreds of wives.
Yeah.
This is not nothing new. Like the problem is, as civilization grew and matured more, we became more confident. We became more arrogant. But at the same time, we became more selfless to the point of how we think about society. We became more selfish.
Yeah.
My, me. When life is meant for us to be united. Like there shouldn't be no borders in any part of the world.
Right.
The goal is for us to roam it,
Mm-hmm.
understand it, build, learn each other's cultures, teach each other's foods, experience each other's women and men. Like we're supposed to just be a part of life and enjoy it as it is. But when you create these restrictions, and these restrictions are almost impossible to be met because nature is not put into account, it's going to create all kind of conflict.
I like
It's
black.
already-
I like black girls though.
Yeah, but the point is, you have a choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get what
The
you're
same way white girls got a choice.
Got you. Are you single?
No.
Not single. Okay.
But you're in a relationship with how many people?
I got 4 wives.
Do you prefer BBLs or no BBLs?
I don't care.
Oh, you don't care? All right, cool.
4 wives,
Yeah.
all taken care of.
Everybody can't afford
How
that. That
can
sounds
you-
expensive.
It does sound expensive.
That
and
sounds
like,
expensive.
It's just,
So the average man probably couldn't be in a polygamous relationship.
They already are.
yeah, they are.
But are they taking care of these women
I just
though?
made it legit.
Right.
Because as a Muslim, I can marry as many as I can afford.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'd rather do it under God and make it legit. If I'm
Yeah.
going to do it, let's do it right.
I'm saying, but if the average man is doing it right, he not gonna be
Listen,
able to
the
afford
average
that.
man that's married,
Mhm.
and I'm going to speak for all of them, but from experience, you got your wife,
Mhm.
then you got your mistress, then you got your jump off.
So you think that's normal? Like you
No.
think?
The average man with a main girl, a girlfriend that's not married. He got his main chick. He got his side chick. He got his jump off.
No, I'm saying. So you think like most men are gonna cheat
The average man got at least 3 women.
at the same time?
At least.
At the
3.
same.
At the same
damn
time. Right now. And if they tell you they ain't got it, then they probably got 2.
Mm.
And if they got 1, it's for a limited time.
Mm.
I feel that. I
And I'm
believe
just being
that.
real.
Yeah.
And if men can be upfront and be honest and just let women know what's going on, women will understand, bro. It's the lying. That's what creates the problem. Just be real with her and she will adjust. In Africa, they're not lying to these chicks. They say, yes, I got a wife. Don't disrespect my wife.
Okay.
But I love you, though. Whatever you want, I'll do for you, and I won't let nobody disrespect you. But don't disrespect her. And I'll make sure she don't disrespect you. And everybody
Period.
live happily ever after.
I like that.
I don't know. I'm very selfish.
Cause you've been raised on a lie.
Right.
Kodak, shut the hell up. Because the thing is, like, men, they want to go and fuck other women, but they
No, they're
definitely.
going to do it anyway. With or without your consent, it's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
So what I'm saying is, at least be in a position where you can control it.
But how can you control it?
Just be the best woman you can be. He won't be out there like that.
Jojo, you're a good
Man,
woman.
You'd be surprised. Most guys are out there searching for peace. They just want a peace of mind. But they come home, yeah. Oh my God, I gotta deal with this again today. The other chick,
Because he been dealing with that shit all day.
all day. He going home. He out there work. He deal with the world. He got to deal with. we already negative just being black in America. Then we got to come home with our woman to deal with. Right. I'm telling you, when your mom, when
You
your
said
woman
you was
is your
gonna fix
piece,
this life.
one thing I do know from experience, when your woman is your peace of mind, you don't want to mess that up. You do not want to mess that up.
But you messed that up by messing with other women.
But why?
But that's natural.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
Okay.
no, you talking about
Okay,
it's natural.
okay.
I've been
It's
saying
natural.
that.
Let me tell you how I know it's natural. Let's say hypothetically, and this is you can look this up on the internet. There's 15 women for every one man on this earth. The ratio. This is the ratio. Let's say hypothetically, we decided to just everybody and every man on earth obey these Western laws and rules without putting nature into account, and everybody decided to be with one woman. Every man decided to be with one woman.
Mm-hmm.
How many women would be out there just dangling in the world with no companion? And what kind of chaos would that cause? Just think about it. And now let's.
She don't give a damn. She like, I got my man.
I'm literally about to say that.
But yeah, exactly. You got yours, but I promise you that's gonna be a problem because your man won't be your man for long when all these women are free.
Oh, I'm
And
going through that right now.
Why women
Like-
create? That's my
With the same
point.
guy? I
It's
fucking
possible.
knew it.
But it's okay. But my point is, now let's just go to plants, for instance.
Yeah.
This is just the nature of reproduction. Every tree have thousands of seeds or fruits with seeds in them. The tree is the male. It's not that many of us, but we have a lot of fruit attached, right? When fruit fall, those seeds will go on the ground and more trees will grow.
Yeah.
So there's always going to be more female-like than males. The trees are the males. The fruits are the women.
Yeah.
You guys bear the fruit, right or wrong? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's why there's more of you guys on this earth than there's men. We're the trees. We are the ones that create the fruit because we have the sperm at the end of the day. And the reason why men are more superior, and I know it's a debate, and it's fine, but men are the ones that really create life. It ain't women. Because with tonight, and I'm gonna give it to you, with today's technology, a man can create a baby without a woman, but a woman can't create a baby without a man. Right now, if I take my sperm and I use today's technology, incubate it, splice it, DNA, whatever the case may be, that baby will be born in whatever time they set that incubator.
And that baby gonna be a weird ass baby.
But it's still a baby.
It's still a baby.
But it's still a baby. It's still a baby though.
Oh, okay.
That's
A
better than
woman.
bone marrow babies y'all
Right.
talking about.
Weird ass
The,
baby.
the woman,
Big forehead ass.
what makes the woman special is the woman brings the human. Like you make the baby human.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
Without you,
You give it the baby, it's humanity.
no, it's life.
Yeah.
It's heartbeat.
It's that. But even that, no, I'm gonna have a heartbeat too.
That motherfucker ain't beating right.
But it's beating.
But I get it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
get it.
That's
Beep, boop,
why
bop, boop.
the
Right.
man, we do play the role of God. The woman though support the vision. Like that's why they said you will never see a powerful man without a woman. For behind every powerful man, there's a woman. But behind every God, there's something creating that bigness, or creating the organization around it, creating the balance around it, bringing the spirituality, bringing all the things that we miss. The women actually bring to the table.
Yeah,
This is why you guys get credit for everything.
as we should.
I like that.
Exactly.
Do you think though that there is still a certain way that a man should move if he is dealing with somebody?
Those rules and restrictions
They don't matter.
work for men. They just don't. Men are defined by nature. We create wars.
So if she's
Women
messing with a
create
girl
love.
and he,
Wait, say that again?
I'm about to give an example. So say like I'm messing with a guy, right? And
Right.
we're
Together.
together and he decides to
Talk to another woman.
fuck my roommate.
Okay.
That's okay.
I mean, y'all not together.
Who ain't together?
You're not married.
How are y'all together?
Oh,
y'all
we gotta
just
be
talking.
we gotta be married to be together.
No,
is what
but you
you're
just said y'all was talking.
saying? Okay, no, say he's my boyfriend.
Okay, he's your boyfriend.
Yeah, he's my boyfriend, and he goes and fucks my roommate.
So y'all dating, basically.
yeah,
Okay.
and
You
then
know-
he fucks my roommate
And he fucks your roommate. Okay,
Yes.
you know the purpose of dating, first of all.
to get to know somebody.
Right. You get to know somebody and you date. And you get to know somebody else and y'all date. You're just dating until you find that one person you want to be with. Right?
What?
So you believe in single until married?
I mean,
No, because
in my country, we like you. We marrying you tomorrow. Like,
Okay, hello?
All the dating, we like seriously.
Shit.
And so sometimes you don't even meet your wife before you marry them. Like sometimes they're even arranged.
Right.
So the cultures are different.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, here in America, you guys make it harder than it has to be. You create so many restrictions that's impossible to deliver on. It's so hard to deliver on these. It's just not. It's not naturally possible.
So are from where you from and like dealing with American women? Are American women more complicated to deal with?
Way more complicated. Way more complicated. In America, you can't even look at another woman when you with a woman.
Sure can't.
I told you that.
Because I'm going to pop your eyes out.
Right.
Bop.
Bop.
For real.
But that's what I'm saying. But how realistic is that? You're gonna look at another woman.
But I feel like if I'm going into a relationship, just let me know up front, like, what you trying to do.
No, but can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Women are way smarter than guys.
Yeah, I know.
Y'all know that. But y'all know that.
Yeah, like.
So it's like you walking in already, like you knowing what I'm telling you. The question is whether or not you're willing to accept it, though. And most women aren't willing to accept it.
I want you to be upfront and honest from the beginning. Don't be making me feel like you just want to be with me. Because then I'm going to be like, okay, then I just want to be with you.
But communicate that.
That's what I'm saying.
If
If a
you
guy is trying to be on that with me, just tell me.
Right.
And then I can be like, okay, then I can get my mind ready.
Now, let me do one better. When you meet a guy, just assume there's somebody else.
Right.
Because
That's
there
fine.
always is. Believe me, you wasn't the first person he fell in love with before y'all met.
Mm-hmm.
And you ain't the last he gonna fall in love with after y'all met. That's just natural. So assume that he already with somebody. And just say, listen, I know there were women in your life before I came on board. All I'm asking you is to be honest from day one. So I know how to deal with it.
Well, would it be acceptable if, like, so say I say, okay, he has other people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what if I have other people?
It's okay for you to have somebody else too. Just say, because there's other people in my life before I met you. And
Yeah,
I'm
and
expecting
there's-
you to accept it.
Yeah, there's other people that may do certain things for me that I don't think he could do. And it may not even be sexually.
But just say it.
Okay.
But the problem is people don't communicate that.
Because all these rules.
But the rules only apply to the people that allow it.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
These rules ain't got to be applied. You ain't got to abide by none of these rules unless you choose to.
Exactly. Because so many people be having something to say about everybody else's marriages.
Right.
And I'm like,
and
you
your
don't know
rules
what they
don't
got
apply
going
to my
on.
rules. Like,
Yeah.
You have
my
no
organ-
idea.
Like, right, exactly. Like, whatever we negotiated our relationship to be, that's our issues. That ain't got to do with y'all. Guess what? If what we negotiated you ain't cool with, then whatever your significant other is, y'all ain't got to do it, but we cool with doing that. So why is it a problem to you?
Exactly.
That's what I said about this whole like that email thing. I'm like, bro, y'all don't. Maybe that's what was happening.
I don't even want to say that situation. I want to go like Will and Jada type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
But
like if that's
in
what they
America,
want to
the
do,
only
that's what they
thing
want
that
to do.
work- In America, relationships don't work,
Mm-hmm.
but situationships do.
And entanglements excel.
Right. Create situationships, because then there's conversation. There's agreements amongst the two of y'all on what y'all willing to accept, what you ain't willing to accept, what you want to do, what you ain't willing to do, and then y'all work it out. Then once y'all get the situation right, boom, that's what it is. But always keep the line open for other people, because naturally we're people that have to be, like we have to engage with each other. It's no way we can't. We're not built not to. This is why all the cities are all packed.
I just think it's kind of hard to have that conversation with a guy because, say, if I do sit down and have a conversation with a dude, like, hey, what do you expect with being with me? I think you're gonna be fucking. I think
Honestly,
you'll be fucking niggas, and I'm cool with that.
But the question ain't what do you expect. You don't ask the question. You tell them what you are.
What you
it
coming
is.
with, right?
That's what it is.
Okay.
And let them make a choice. The same way that you expect them to tell you what it is, so you can make a choice.
Okay, so say I do that. I'm like, this.
Right.
This is what's going on. Like, I like going on dates. I like expensive things.
Right.
I like being in concerts or whatever games. That's what I like to do. But you can't do that for me. I love
But
you
what
though.
if he can?
But he can't.
But what if he can?
Then he can.
That's my point. But don't say he can't.
But
Okay,
what if
well,
I'm saying
but
she
somebody that likes
already
you-
knows that he can't.
No, but somebody that likes you, or
They're gonna try.
They're gonna try.
But nah, not to the magnitude that I'm talking about.
All right. So that's
But I'm knowing that.
But
I
you know
don't
that, so
care.
why you fucking with him?
Because,
No, but it's
because
she
that's what
might
I want
like other
to do.
qualities.
Because that's
she
what I
might
want to
like
do.
the qualities of him rather than what he can do for her.
He's a good man. He's a good father. He's a hard worker. He's God fearing. Like he has everything else that I want. But this is what I want. So
Right.
it's like Now, me saying that to him will probably run him away, even though he may know that he wants to go and have sex with multiple women, and me being okay with that. He still won't be okay with me doing something with another man.
This is the most ironic, and it's the craziest thing that I'm gonna probably tell you. And you can respond how you need to respond, but I know at the end of the day, I've seen it with my own eyes, and I know for a fact God built women to be stronger than men mentally.
Mm.
This is the part where the woman has to understand that she's going to deal with that.
That she has to deal with that.
She don't have really a choice.
Right.
Because she's built to deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
She just has to accept that, okay, being with this guy, is he the one that I'm worthy of giving myself to versus someone else? Because all you're going to do is, you're going to translate them same issues to somebody else new. Or if you become with someone else new, they're going to come with, the same situation. It's almost like the same issues are transferred over. Like you inherit somebody else's issues now, but into your own situation.
Well, that's
right?
how I feel.
So what you expect out of him, most of the time you're not going to get. Because you're expecting it from a woman's standpoint on what you can naturally deal with.
Right. Well,
but men can't deal with what women can deal with.
They can't deal with me being with another man at all.
They can't. It's because they're not built to.
Why would I?
But
why would I want to deal with that shit? I'm gonna leave.
Right, because you gotta understand, there's a reason why there's so many fruits on the tree. Because we as men have options. A woman, on the other hand, wasn't built to have an option.
But she got options though.
She definitely do.
Let's go. Let's get into the times that are changing.
No. But she definitely do have the option. But the man can make the choice.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between the man and the woman is, once a woman loved the man, it's harder for her to break away from him.
Right.
Whereas a man don't love easy, so he can walk away without even thinking twice.
But if he loves
you. So the woman, believe it or not, has to work harder to keep the man than the man has to work to keep the woman, because he has way more choices. And his heart isn't built to love as hard as a woman's.
That sucks.
So it does. That's why I said it's going to sound crazy, but a woman, believe it or not, is the only one prepared to take the hit.
No, I feel that though. I was dealing with a guy for a long time. Very long time. Perfect. I want to marry him.
Right.
Everything right. He just cheat.
Well, he was perfect for you then.
I know.
You let the wrong man go. Because no matter who you
I didn't let him go though.
Well, then
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because he's just fucking. And I'm like, it's just sex, right?
That's
and
it.
I feel like I didn't look Kodak. He looking at me like, you gotta let him go. You gotta let him go.
Kodak out here fucking too. What are you talking about?
Right. But that's literally it. And I know he don't care about these women, but it's just hard for me to accept. Like,
no,
I only said that because I know how she was stressing over this nigga. Like stressing. Like,
listen,
damn, like
don't
it's
waste
easy
your
for
time.
me.
Don't waste your time. You ain't gonna find nobody better.
And I think that's why I've been like double backing, because it's like, damn, like he's just cheating. Like, he's just fucking. I know he don't care about these women, and I know how much sex doesn't matter.
It don't.
It's just
not
sex.
like that.
But I know that.
But one thing I do know is the sex he has with you ain't the same with the sex he has with them.
I know that for a fact.
Exactly.
All right, coochie queen.
No, I know that for a fact.
So it don't even matter, because for him it's a sport. They don't think about it the way women when they have sex with you.
Not all the time.
Most of the time it's the love.
Yeah.
It's emotion. They got to feel a certain way about you to even go there. That's before the damage control.
Yeah.
Right. Once they damage, okay, now they're doing it for either money, or they doing it to get back at their ex.
Yeah.
Or they doing it just saying, you know what, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna have fun, and whatever it is, so be it. They done gave up on everything. Right. But those are the only 3 reasons why it would happen. But for the most part, is that when the man gets to that point, the less you stress him out, believe it or not, the less he's even going to be interested in anybody else. And one other thing, men, we mature with age.
Yeah.
All the stuff that women expecting us to do ain't stuff we prepared to do until we 40, 45.
Right. I get that
and
too.
older. So women just got to stay in there long enough for him to mature, because at the end of the day, we know who's really with us. If we have to choose one, we know who that is.
Do you think oral sex is important in a relationship?
I think to me it's a bonus. It's a part of sex, but I don't think it's mandatory. Oral sex ain't really sex. Really, it's just creative sex, right?
I mean, like, is it important in a relationship? Like,
it depends on the person.
Do you think that like keeps a man around? Like a lot of oral sex. If it's good.
It depends on if you want.
Me personally, every man is different. Me
Okay.
personally, oral sex alone don't do it for me.
Okay.
It just don't. To me, it's a part of sex. It adds to the sex.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like that.
I've just seen a lot of people post like on social media be saying like, yeah, she gave me good head. That's why she my main or something like that. Like I've seen like a lot of people post that.
Yeah,
So I just was like,
Yeah, it depends. It depends.
okay.
Yeah.
And for the ones that's posting that, then most likely the head is probably better than the twat.
So that means he needs to
No, you
find
don't-
him some new.
Well, I mean, in this mind, shit,
That's his
Yeah.
preference. That's what he likes.
when it
Okay.
comes to her,
Yeah.
Right.
So
So let's shift gears a little bit. Let's shift a lot of bit.
a lot of it, because that was good. Shit.
Yeah. But we've seen where you were talking about you were opening up a school in Africa.
Well, multiple schools.
Multiple schools, music schools, correct?
yeah, we want to create like music, university or music class like driven, educational, corridors. Like the idea was because there's so much talent in Africa, right? From
Yeah.
artists,
Facts.
they just natural singers. Everybody plays instruments, but they don't have the tools to develop on those skills.
Right.
And that was one of the reasons why I went to Nigeria back in 2010, to kind of help spark, to develop and expose this whole Afrobeat scene. Because when I was in Africa, I'm like, yo, these records people don't even know these.
Yeah.
artists.
Right.
Like,
So what do you think about the surge of Afro beats like in America
oh,
over the
man,
past few years?
I'm so proud of it. Like, and I love the development of where it's going. I'm watching the maturity of even African artists now. Because even back then, I was like, it's so much that they need to know, and I can see why it hasn't broke over yet.
Right.
Because there wasn't no star power in it. Like,
Yeah.
there was no swag. There was like the kids that was on TV looked like the same kids that was in the village. Like, rusty, t-shirt. Like
Yeah.
they didn't look like stars. There was so much to it, and they couldn't quite understand
Oh,
why.
it's different now, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
now,
see Burna Boy?
now it's a lot different because we're like we're showcasing the side of Africa that people never knew existed.
Yeah.
That part always been there, but people never knew it because you look on National Geographic, you look on CNN or all the news stuff. You only see the conflicted zones in Africa,
Right.
or you see the disease plagues that they putting over there.
Yeah.
Or you might just see negative.
Yeah, you don't see the
coups.
real. You don't see it.
You don't see
Yeah.
it. So my thing was, okay, cool. Let's take a play from the American playbook. Let's market the greatest parts of America.
Yeah.
But now let's do it for Africa.
Facts.
The young suave, the young swag, like the side of the world that people don't know exists. Let's put those in those videos. Like let's go in.
Yeah.
And
So-
that's what we've been doing.
So do you back when you were in your musical heyday, we getting back started now. Afro beats really wasn't there. But could you see yourself hopping on the Afro beats track in 2022, 2023 moving forward?
Oh man, I'm writing half of the stuff you're hearing now, producing probably.
Oh.
I've been behind the scenes like with
Ain't no stop.
forever. Like
Can't stop, won't stop.
it's a part of me. Like I don't know how to not do
Right.
it. Music is just what it is for
So
me.
which one which Afro beats artist is your favorite right now?
I love all of them, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you because they all close, mentees and.
I can tell you my
brothers
favorite.
Who?
Tim's.
I knew it.
And,
I
she
knew
do.
it.
I love Tim's.
Tim's is amazing.
But I love Tim's before,
Tim's
she
dope.
was mainstream.
Right.
Like I was rocking with Tim's.
Yeah.
So it was like when she blossomed, it's just I love you.
But you were doing a little work with WizKid early on too.
Yeah, he was the first artist I ever signed
Okay.
on the Afrobeat side.
That's hard. There's so many great artists.
Nah, it's so many, man.
Yeah.
It's like the good thing is you have choices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all got their own little style to an extent, so it makes so much sense. And then the female artists, we're trying to build that up a lot more because there's not enough female artists out there
Yeah.
on the Afrobeat side.
Yeah.
Got you. So I got another question, just off of things that we're seeing in social media and in pop culture right now. So it was just announced that Rihanna was doing the Super Bowl.
Oh,
this
that's
upcoming year.
amazing. That's
So do you think, of course you're a legend right now. Do you think Rihanna has an opportunity to be one of the best Super Bowl performers of all time?
I think everybody has that opportunity once they get the opportunity to actually perform. You know what I'm saying? We will see when she performs.
Right.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
fans are waiting on it.
Oh.
They thought they were gonna. I think they're about to get a Fenty sports league. She's about to jump into being a athletic manager.
Something.
Not getting no music.
Nah, she definitely going up there and performing.
For sure.
But I want to go back to the school that you're putting together. Are you putting it together in Africa? Is it going down?
Yeah, well, right
Or is
now
it in the works? Because I know that you were talking about it a while ago.
yeah,
but
right now it's just a conversation that kind of came back to the
Right.
surface. Before the Confidence Foundation's main purpose was to refurbish schools in Africa. So all the schools that we refurbish, we're gonna go back now and create, music curriculums.
Okay.
We'll start
hard.
there.
So you have started.
Oh yeah, no, I've been doing this since 2008.
Okay, cool.
Are you
Yeah.
partnering with any other big names in the industry, or is it just you?
Well, I mean, that's me personally. I built my career off collaborations. I'm always wanting and open for collaboration. So, but me, I do it for a different reason.
Yeah.
So I felt like my calling was to develop Africa. So I just go, and if support come, then we add it on. But if it don't matter. It's not gonna stop me from doing it.
So I know you said that you've been, a little behind the scenes and you're just into music. That's just what you do. You can't help it. So let's get into this new music that you have.
New
Right.
music.
Like coming out in this new single.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Yes.
Because it's, first of all, it is dope.
Thank you.
It's fun.
Appreciate that.
It kind of gives me the feeling of when I listen to the feeling
Right,
of when
right.
I listen to Lil Duval's "Smile, Bitch."
Right.
Like that
Yeah,
vibe.
it's
That's
good.
literally
It's
the
a good
vibes I
feeling.
got when I listen to it. So
the video is similar too, because the concept of the video is from the moment I wake up to the moment I walk out the house to go to work. So, and the video stops there. Don't go into anything. So I wake up in the morning, I'm surrounded by it's a house full of women. The whole house.
Yeah.
is full of
At
women.
this point, yeah. You
I
got
get
them.
bathed, I get dressed up. They fix my breakfast and everything, and I just go out the house and jump in my car and pull out, and they all wave me goodbye until I get back home.
That's
Like,
hard.
It's fun video. Like it's just fun.
I bet the song is fun.
Yeah, it's
so
fun.
so it's enjoy that, right?
Yeah, it's called Enjoy That. And the whole purpose of me coming back into the game, honestly, when I first had my first roller coaster in the business, it was about business, about
Yeah.
the music business. But now I really want to enjoy the business. Like I want to enjoy the music side of it, because the business, I enjoyed it. It worked out. My legacy secured. Investments are all locked in. I'm good. I don't have to think about money. Now I can really have fun. When I go to tour in these cities, I can stay extra days, enjoy the city itself. Like I just want to enjoy this blessing that I was given, but more than anything, I don't want to make it so serious. Now. I just want to have fun with it.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can tell though in the track it is fun. And are you talking about your life?
Yeah. It's interesting. Every song I've ever wrote had an aspect of my life that inspired it. And it's always been like that, like since day one. Yeah.
Okay. So where has this? I'm not sure. Like, is this accessible for everybody
released?
just yet? Or
Oh yeah, right now it's on every platform. It's
Okay.
called Enjoy That. You can download it right now.
Yeah.
It's the first single to the EP that's going to be dropping. So the album will be dropping top most likely December, like fourth quarter. It's called
What?
Iconic.
What made you or influenced you to drop some music? Because it's been a while since we actually heard
Right.
your voice.
Yeah.
So what was it that you was like, man, I gotta get in the studio and drop this? Is it that you
That
felt like the
itch.
streets
Like, you got the
needed
itch
it?
back.
That's what it was. Like,
it was just the itch.
like ever since, because after everything started moving and everything was on cruise control, you start to realize, okay, what am I going to do next? So,
Okay.
you start to just travel, enjoy, and then as I'm in the clubs, I'm like, man, I'm listening to all the stuff that's out. I'm getting inspired again.
Yeah,
I'm like, man, I got what this
it
shit
sounds like it. It's you
Is
really
there a-
popping
is
your
there a
shit on
particular
here, though.
Like,
artist-
just having fun.
Is
huh?
there a particular artist that really goddamn just made you want to be like, okay, yeah, I got to hop back in this motherfucker?
Actually, a lot of the artists that's out now.
Yeah,
Like,
everything's fun.
yeah, everything is fun. Like a lot of new Afro beats inspired a lot. When you talk about domestic artists, I love Drake. I like how he always come in. I love Future. I think Future is probably the most underrated artist when it comes to hip hop, because he's always inventing some crazy styles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like if you listen to his flow, like he don't really say much all the time, but how he says
Yeah.
it makes you seem like he's saying some shit.
Right?
Right?
You be like, what?
Right, but he just got styles on like
Yeah.
all his records are like, just listen to his flows. Like he invent flows for fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yes.
Future's a different beast, right? But then I used to think about back before even then. I used to think about even the Migos, like how they changed the rap flow. Like
The cadences,
they don't
yeah.
get credit.
Yeah.
Like Migos don't get credit, bro. Like when I came, I did more rap singy, right? But when I heard the Migos, I heard the flow of hip hop change in that group.
It definitely did.
Like that was the era when everybody started rapping more from a flow. It was different. Rap was really simple, cut and dry before me. This is my personal opinion, and I know it's gonna be some people that probably debate on this, but I honestly believe that a lot of the recent rap flows came from the birth of when the Migos came. Because from there, I saw the difference in the change of niggas and how they rap from the South, and then the South naturally now influencing the hip hop community.
Yeah. I feel this. I feel that same way though. Migos, I was rocking with Migos when they came out. But you notice he named 2 Atlanta artists.
No, Atlanta's been a driving force to hip hop.
For sure.
For sure. But the dominators of hip hop is Canada.
Ooh. Canada got some hitters now.
No, they dominating hip. They dominating
Drake and who else?
Nigga, they dominating the music business. Okay, you got Drake.
Celine Dion?
You got Tory Lanez.
Division from there too, ain't it?
Oh, you got The Weeknd.
Yeah, don't forget The Weeknd.
You got Justin Bieber. Like, bro.
We talking about Canada versus Atlanta.
Bro.
I think he's talking about just overall.
Okay, put it this way.
So Canada's running hip hop.
Would you be quiet and let him say what he gonna say?
I just want him to say that.
Now, mind you, I'm thinking from a business standpoint.
Right.
I'm not talking about from influence. Okay? Influence, Atlanta, hands down. Atlanta, because everything that those guys I mentioned in Canada is birthed from influence here in Atlanta. Mm-hmm. Don't get it twisted. Atlanta changed the game when it comes to urban music. From the moment LaFace stepped foot in Atlanta, and you had the Outkast, the Goody Mobs, and all that, the South was born. Then when Lil Jon came with that 808, bruh.
Stop playing with him.
Don't play with him.
Then JD came and opened it commercially.
Yeah.
Like, bro, Atlanta changed the face of music and created a different spectrum of how people looked at hip-hop. Because before, it was New York. And then Cali.
That's true.
But when Atlanta came,
that third coast,
Atlanta brought culture. They brought color.
Yep.
They brought style. They brought fashion. They brought influence. It's just different. Now everybody from around the world come to Atlanta to feel some of that, drink some of that ATL water.
Facts. Those are all facts.
It's real.
It's facts.
Even when you look at, influence all the way from R&B artists all the way down in London. Some of the biggest R&B vocalists are from London, but they get the sounds from people like CeeLo Green.
I'm glad you gave CeeLo Green his flowers, because people really sleep on that
CeeLo
boy.
is probably the most soulful vocalist I ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Man,
I want him to just
Extremely
sing
dope.
more.
that was
Honestly, if I can get more soulful songs from him.
CeeLo Green is a soul machine. Is one of my favorite albums in the early 2000s.
Okay.
CeeLo is a
Yes.
beast.
I remember listening to that album riding back from football practice with my uncle in the back of his truck. So that shit really is important to my life. It was important to my development.
But yeah,
That's
I mean, at the ATL is hugely impactful. I mean, even when you go back to fashion, everybody thinks certain weird fashionistic stuff was, man, when Andre 3000 came, everybody else got weirder here.
He did. He did what he wanted to do.
Well,
he really wasn't copying nobody. He was just doing him.
But
he was first dude I saw wear a skirt.
Ain't nothing that you do has been invented. Now don't get it twisted. Now Dre was going back to the what's my man name with the guitar and
Jimi
Hendrix.
Yeah.
He's going back to them days. What's the group? Soulful group from back in the 70s. Man, they used to look and they had what was the band?
I don't know.
The Bee Gees.
Not quite
what
the
they had
Bee Gees,
on.
but if you go back to the earlier times, you can see all the influence of Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can see it. Like,
But nobody.
The showmanship back then, Dre was trying to bring it back.
Right.
Got
But he
you.
was trying to bring it through hip hop though. But he made it his own.
But that's true though, because you could tell what was the
Hey,
video?
y'all.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
He,
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
y'all.
Like no, but he had the guts, like he had the courage to actually go out there, step out on the limb and do something different.
Yeah,
So
in
creative,
a
so
crowd,
talented,
crowd of Fubu and Nietzsche
Right.
and
It
all
was
that
straight-
Tommy
He had his hair-
Hilfiger.
He pressed
It
his
was
hair
urban.
out.
He looked silky.
Yeah.
You know?
Silk press. But okay,
Icon.
well look, I was gonna say Icon.
Yeah.
Akon, we really appreciate you.
No, I appreciate y'all.
Chilling
That's
with
what
us.
it is. Akon the icon.
Facts.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
appreciate it.
But no, we appreciate you coming and chopping it up with the homies. We appreciate it.
No, I appreciate
Thanks
you.
for coming to Atlanta,
Absolutely.
dropping them gems. Now I could go home and be that man.
Be one of them
piece.
wives. Be
I could
one of them
that, I
ones.
could go home and be that man piece because I
You
was
not-
Just be his piece.
I was battling that within myself. Like people gonna think I'm crazy because I feel like this, but this nigga gonna fuck.
it's-
That's what he gonna do.
But it's natural for you to feel that way. You're a woman.
Yeah.
You're supposed to feel that way.
yeah, I get out of it. I'll
Because
shake out of it.
believe it or not, it's that feeling that protects your kids. Is that feeling that protects even him. Mm-hmm. But more than anything, it protects yourself because then you're more cautious.
Yeah, we gonna see how that go. I'm gonna let you know how that go. But
Local radio personality beat her boyfriend the fuck up.
hey, listen, Atlanta, this is the JoJo Big Homie Show, and we out.
That's how it gonna be.